Welcome to Chanakya Educational Hub, where your journey towards knowledge and success begins.
Hello, all of you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I don't want to take too much of time. Just this is for introduction or whatever. Like you have a questions, then we can clarify all these things. It's not a problem, first of all. Make sure that this is somebody mentioned about just now I spoke to one girl. She mentioned that she has some problems. She already left Sapna, she's there in the meeting. Hello? Okay. See, when we are going with the 6 months full-time internship program exclusively, what does it mean is you need to work with a software, first of all. This session exclusively for even tomorrow also we want to organize this as a type of session. Share any of your friends who's interested. You can ask them to join the session. So,
Welcome to
of course,
Chanakya
my name
Educational
is
Hub,
Venkat
where your
Murthy,
journey
and
towards knowledge and
basically
success
I'm a
begins.
statistician. For last almost 25, 30 years, I am working with the clinical trials and drug development as a statistical programmer. See, if a person wants to enter into corporate, certain things is required. Certain things means one is with because everybody wants a job. I don't want to say oh, I want a job or you don't need a job. Everybody wants to get a job after completion of the graduation. Problem here is there is a huge gap between industry and education. Education is here, industry is upper. This one. It's a gap. A gap. We want to reduce a gap between industry and education. Suppose nowadays a statistical programmer needs certain things. Those things is like SDLC, version control systems. How we are going to use applications in SAS, and of course, having certification is always advantage, always advantage. We are because you are one step ahead compared to other people. Standards like CDISC standards, Metro Dictionary, ICH guidelines, 21 CFR Part 11, all these things is required. Then only you are able to get the opportunities, first of all. For that case, at least this session is a lot of people are asking me the question, is it a offline or online session? Initially, we thought like this, we want to make it like a offline. That means it is a more productive, first of all. Now, a lot of people are staying across the country, so we want to make this into even online session also. So this session, we want to make it a full-time session. That means like 9 to 5 or something like that. Now we want to make it every day like a 3 hours session. Every day 3 hours session. You need to join. If you are planning to come to Guntur, that should be really ideal because ideal means we have a library here, we have faculty here. They are going to clarify all your doubts. And at the same time, continuous monitoring is there. So continuous monitoring means we are asking the questions. This suppose, for example, somebody asking oh, I want to write a program. I am unable to get a output. I am unable to get a output. So simply our faculty or even we are going to see the program and we are going to rectify those errors. So that is what it is. Suppose if you are going to take a 1 hour class, only 1 hour class, what happens? First 15 minutes is for introduction. Next 15 minutes is what he or she explained in last class. Then after that, maximum duration is like a 20 or 30 minutes max. But if you are going with the 3 hours of session, definitely that a 2 to 2.5 hours class, because SAS is not like a small thing, it's a version. In this version, you need to know about programming. Know about basic statistics. Then after that, the standards, converting the raw data into CDISC standards, SDTM, ADM, TFLs, etc., all these things. Then you need to do some project. Lot of times people are mentioned that, oh, we are going to give you a real project. I'm telling you a friend, there is nobody is going to provide you a real project. because when we are working with a company, we need to sign so many documents, confidentiality documents, a lot of things. So it's not possible. But what we are going to do is we are going to make it a real-time situations. I'm using that word real-time situations using with some dummy data. So you need to work on those things. For example, you need to create your like a demo table, adverse, physical exam, conmet, blah, 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 a lot of things. So all these things, I'm very positive. You need to understand the SAP analysis plan. You need to understand the protocol. You need to understand the CRF, annotated CRF, how data is going to be stored, and all these things is required. So 6 months is the ideal duration for this. So you studied, like with the graduation or post graduation, you studied all those things. Suppose if you got an opportunity, absolutely, I really appreciate that person. Immediately they got a job. But here, suppose if they are not able to find a job, then think about this internship. Internship is a game changer. Remember, this advantage for internship is very simple. First one is real-time situations you are working. You are working with a quality professionals. That is the second thing. Networking, that is the third part. And this type of internship is going to reduce a gap between industry and education. These are all the things we are going to cover in this curriculum. So that is the what exactly the internship means. Now you can ask the questions, whatever the questions you have it. Yes, go ahead. Can you please unmute it and you can tell your name and your education and you can ask me the questions. Hello?
Hi, sir.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm Shahila from Kerala. I'm a MSc Statistics graduate. Can you please tell me about the fees of this internship?
Fees is like, we are charging like, almost like if you go to like some institute at Bangalore, some institutes at Hyderabad, like, probably they are charging a lot of money. Coming back to experience, always remember this. You ask one question. When you are going to work with this type of internships, first you need to ask one question: who is your faculty? First thing is. Then what is your education? What is your education? What is faculty education? What is the faculty knowledge? These three things is important. Ask the person. First of all, suppose for example, which college, I think Josh sir is there or some other persons in our college. Just know the Gandhian from, he's also from Kerala. Just now he called me. I am going to take a session, his international conference on first, I think 29, 30, 31st. He conducted a world statistics, some conference. I am going to take a session on first, I think. 29th is a National Statistics Day. I came, because SV University and Padmavati Mahila University, other people are going to celebrate the National Statistics Day. I am also one of the keynote speaker for that session. So think about who is the faculty. That's the first thing. Is coming back to fees. Our fees is very less compared to industry. This batch is we are starting in a bigger picture. Bigger picture means that is the reason we are going to take it around 1 lakh is the fee for this 6 months training session. Now we want to make it 50,000 for this session, first of all. And I'm telling you, some institutes, I don't want to say the name of the institution. Some institutes, they are charging 35 to 40,000 rupees 1 day class, that too online. 1 day class, that too online. So I don't know what they are going to teach 1 hour a day and what you are going to learn for paying almost this much of money. At least 3 hours is the class, is ideal. If you want to come down personally here, that is 100% ideal because somebody need to monitor it. That is the fees we are going to charge for this session. Shahara, everything is clear now?
Yes, sir. Also,
Okay.
sir, I'm new to, I have no hands-on practice on SAS. Just started, I have started introduction to SAS from Coursera, just started. I have completed only first module. So will it be difficult for me to do this?
That is depending upon the faculty. Coursera is all videos, first of all. There is no faculty interaction, you have it. There is no faculty interaction. That is the major problem with the Coursera. And at the same time, people wants to, because Coursera has Coursera is like a courses, like so many courses are there. They are going to teach only basics. Suppose base programming, you need to pay this much of money. Then advanced programming, you need to pay this much. Data set program, you need to pay this much of money. That's why, you need to take multiple courses there itself. So that's the one thing is. So here is not like, see, I'm telling you, I am also a statistics person. I completed my, master's in statistics in Acharya Nagarjuna University. So definitely this is not a rocket science. I'm very, very, very positive on that side. This is not a rocket science. You can learn so fast, so fast. So that is the advantage for these things. Absolutely no issues, definitely are able to get it. But I know, again, faculty, for example, if you are studied statistics, like what is analysis of variance, what is the design of experiments, principles of experimentation, replication, randomization, local control, something like that, assumptions of analysis of variance, what is one-way classification, two-way classification. Suppose if you want to calculate one-way classification table, like, source of variation, degrees of freedom, sum of squares, mean sum of squares, variance ratio, at least you need to spend with 30 to 40 minutes to get that type of information. Here, there is a procedure, just to proc ANOVA, you are giving the data and model, you will get the values. You will get the values. Those values is across the globe, people are going to trust those values. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is the advantage. Don't worry about it. Definitely, you can enjoy. Definitely, I'm very positive. You will enjoy with when you are writing a SAS program. Definitely, that should be good for you. Yes. Any other questions? Hello. I am going to conduct the same session even tomorrow also. Tomorrow also the same time, we are going to send a 15 minutes of session with this Zoom meeting. Inform your friends, because getting job is very, very important. That's the first basic thing. And if you have a statistic, if see, industry is looking for people like this. Industry is looking for like this means 360 degrees. Person should know statistics. Person should know programming and medical terminology, clinical trials terminology, and also medical clinical trials knowledge, medical terminology, pharmaceutical knowledge, and also good communication. So these things is required. These things, statistics person probably he know little bit about programming and statistics, not remaining all these things. A pharmacy person knows about these things, knows about this pharmacy information, don't know about statistics, and they don't know about programming. So industry is looking for all these skills. If we have skills, if we have all these skills, I'm telling you, I don't want to give a false promise. First of all, false promise. If false promise means, okay, you need to pay and you will get a job within 15 days or 20 days. No, that's first step. And somebody always thinking about the easy process. That easy process is like, like a backdoor process. See, nowadays, everything is recorded. Everything is recorded. So suppose now, my camera is open. My camera is on. You are able to see my face. Same thing like this, when you see like this, what happens see, now everything is recorded. Everything is recorded and online also. That is the reason you did not do any fake. You did not do any false promises. That is the one thing. I know I spoke to a lot of people. They want to do some backdoor processing or something like that. Why you need it? You have excellent qualifications. Like MSc statistics is not a small thing. It's excellent. Pharmacy is not a small thing, because if a doctor is making a wrong diagnosis, patient may die. If a pharmacist is dispensing wrong medicine, same thing is going to happen. That is the importance in the society for these professionals. So why you are going with the unethical things? Better to learn from the right person, better to learn those skills, then you take the interview. See, always remember these two important sentences. If you have skill, nobody is going to stop you. If you don't have skill, nobody is going to help you. Again, I'm repeating, if you have skill, if you don't have skill, nobody is going to help you. If you have skill, nobody is going to stop you. That's the reason it is. Similarly, select a right guru first. If you are at right guru, you never did anything wrong. If you are not at right guru, whatever you are doing is wrong. Whatever you are doing is wrong. That is the reason we have like a couple of companies related to education, but this program we are going to organize with Chanakya Education Hub. Chanakya Educational Hub is my company, and we are going to work on that side actually. So that's the approach. You are able to get whatever you are going to put it like a technical side and the data standards and also practical experiences. And of course, we are helping you to prepare the resume. We are going to provide you a lot of sample interview questions. You need to work on those things. These 6 months, you need to work hard. So definitely you don't upset. Suppose even if you want to go to abroad, this type of knowledge is required because most of my experience not in India, most of my experience is in abroad, in US only. So that is the reason it is. Any other questions? Hello? Ghost? Manav Yadav? Devi Sri Divya? Harini? So first of all, you need to think about it. When I am asking a person, you need to communicate. That's communication is important. You need to ask the question. Of course, only one person, she asked me the question about fees and everything. Fees is the least information. Always think about it. You can ask the question, Venkat, what is your experience? How you are going to teach all these things? How I am not a computer graduate. Is it possible? Can I cope up those things? A pharmacy student, what are my opportunities? That time, if you are not able to open your mouth, how can you are able to get the opportunities? These are all the things colleges won't, because they have their own curriculum. They are busy with their academic work. It's coming back to us, yes, we want to make it yourself into a corporate professional, corporate citizen. I'm using that word again, corporate citizen. So I want to convert you into a corporate citizen. So that is the concept behind it is. This session we are going to start on 1st July 2025. We want to take maximum of 20 people only, 20 only. But my sincere request for all of you is better ask your parents also to join the session. Parents also. This more important is parents, because a lot of times parents don't know all these things. I don't want to blame them, because their intention is you are going to get a success. That's the reason, even though they are struggling, they are paying the fees, they are pouring all these things. So now this is the good approach. Think about it and let us know. Even tomorrow also, I'm going to send an invitation to all of you. Please join, share this information to your friends also. That's not a problem. Only condition for joining our sessions is you need to put your first name and last name, and also your phone number and email address and education. Of course, this is like a seminar or webinar, whatever it is. Tomorrow in classes, if you want to join offline, online classes, you must activate your cameras. That's the most important. You must use your eye contact. That is the second thing is, when I'm asking a question, you need to talk. You need to give up the answer. That is the important. All these things, if you are coming here, that should be great. Otherwise, people have different constraints. So on that time, we can do even online also, but it takes a little bit of time to get the opportunities. Any other things? Any other questions? Hello? Okay. So now we are going to stop this meeting and send this meeting recorded copy to each person. And of course, they are able to listen again, and they are going to forward their friends. That's why we can connect even tomorrow also. Same time, send an invitation to all the persons. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. I'm leaving now. And then, you take the information about all these people. Then we'll go from there. Okay. Thank you. Thanks all of you to join this session. We'll go from there. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Please subscribe our channel for more updates and interesting facts about quality education.